civilian clothing to Belfast immediately after being badged in 1976. There they had specialised in intelligence gathering and ambush operations, working both in unmarked Q cars in the street and in OPs on the green hills of Armagh. By the end of their tour of duty in Northern Ireland, they were widely experienced in intelligence operations and therefore ideal material for special training in the Killing House in Hereford and subsequent transfer from their individual squadrons, B and D, to the Counter-Revolutionary Warfare Wing. Once in the CRW wing, they were given more close-quarters battle, CQB, training in the Killing House, then sent for various periods to train even more intensively with West Germany's CSG-9 border police and France's Groupement d'Intervention de la Gendarmerie Nationale, GIGN, paramilitary counter-terrorist units, the Besondere Bestand-Eenheid, BBE, counter-terrorist arm of the Royal Netherlands Marine Corps, Italy's Nucleo Operativo di Sicurezza, NOCS, Spain's Grupo Especial de Operaciones, GEO, and the US 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment, created specially for CRW operations. The overseas postings have been designed to place a special emphasis on physical training and marksmanship. These included advanced, highly dangerous practice at indoor firing with live ammunition in other kinds of killing houses, such as mock-up aircraft, ships and public streets, abseiling and parachuting onto rooftops, parked aircraft and boats, hostage rescue in a variety of circumstances, which had the crossover element of training in skiing, mountaineering and scuba diving, and the handling of CS gas canisters and stun, fire and smoke grenades. Finally, they were taught how to deal with the hostages, physically and psychologically, once they had been rescued. So, Harrison thought, those 4 hiking up the last yards to the summit of this mountain are going to be bitterly surprised at having lost. But they're still good men. By now, the 4 men were only about 20 yards below him, 50 from the summit, and obviously thinking they had managed to make it to the top without being caught. Wearing their all-black CRW overalls, respirator masks, and NBC hoods, they looked frightening, but that did not deter Harrison. Smiling grimly, he raised his Ingram 9mm submachine gun with its 32-round magazine, pressed the extended stock into his shoulder, aimed at the marching men through his sight, then fired a short burst. The noise broke the silence brutally. Harrison moved the gun steadily from left to right, tearing up soil and stones in an arc that curved mere inches in front of the marching men. Knowing that the bullets were real, they scuttled off the track in opposite directions, hurling themselves to the ground behind the shelter of rocks and screaming for Harrison to stop firing. Grinning more broadly, the staff sergeant lowered his Ingram, put the safety catch back on, then used the PRC 319 radio to call the leader of the 4-man team, Lance Corporal Philip MacArthur. "You dumb bastards. You're all dead meat," the message said. Lying behind the rocks lower down the wind-swept slope, the 4 men received the message with incredulity, then, almost instinctively, turned their surprised gaze to the exploded soil that had cut an arc just a short distance in front of where they'd been walking, practically up to their feet. "I don't believe it!" Trooper Alan Pyle exclaimed, removing his respirator mask from his face as the others did the same, all relieved to be breathing pure, freezing air. "That daft bastard was using live ammo and nearly shot our fucking toes off." "He's too good for that," Trooper Danny Babyface Porter said. "If he wanted to shoot your toes off, you can be sure he'd have done it." "Just like you, eh?" said the 3rd trooper, Ken Passmore, grinning admiringly. "A real crack shot." "Yeah," Babyface replied with modest pride. "I suppose you could say that."